Hello everyone and welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. In this video I'll be showing how to build my 6x6 sand door. Now just giving a heads up before we move on Minecraft console, the animation for sand and gravel falling is completely messed up. So I cannot do anything about it until 4J fixes it. Also, the closing animation for this is very slow. However, on the PC, guys, it will look great and it will also close very fast. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So when I click this button, the door will... Now, like I said, I cannot do anything about the falling animation, guys. It's not supposed to look like that at all. However, it is screwed up. And then also, when we close the door, I know it is slow, but I can't do anything about it. If I make it go any faster, then the sand and gravel will break. However, if you are building this on the PC, I'll show you how to make it close much faster so you don't have to wait around that long. Now let's go ahead and look at the redstone behind this thing. So here's the redstone behind the door. Now I know what some of you are thinking. This looks extremely complicated, but don't worry guys, it is not that bad. This red circuit right here is our input, so any power going to this red circuit right here will open and close our door. The green circuit right here is what opens our door. It will activate all these pistons right here, pushing the sand out of the way, opening our door. The orange circuit right here is what closes our door. It'll go around in an infinite loop, closing the door. And then this blue circuit right here is what shuts the door off. That will stop this sticky piston from going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth forever, because this blue circuit will turn it off. So let's go ahead and click the button and see how everything works. The green circuit pushes the sand out of the way, thus opening up the door. And then when we click the button right here, the orange circuit right here will keep going around, pulsing, thus closing up our door. And then once it reaches at this point right here, this blue circuit will turn off our door. And that's everything, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this tutorial. All right, guys, for this build, you're going to need a 9x9 spacing. And that red line right there is where our door will be going. You're also going to have to dig down at least 8 blocks. Now, the resources you're going to need for this build are 7 sticky pistons, 39 regular pistons, 28 redstone repeaters, 9 redstone torches, 43 redstone dust, 1 block of redstone, 2 buttons. We are also going to need 82 pieces of sand. So once you have gotten your 9x9 spacing and you have dug down your 8 blocks, come to the bottom left-hand corner and we're going to count up 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on this line, we're going to place pistons facing upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then going into all of these pistons, we're going to take out repeaters and place our repeaters going into our pistons. Then on this side, above our repeaters, we're going to take out our sticky pistons, go into sneak mode and place 1 sticky piston above this repeater, going towards our regular pistons and place in 5 more. 1, 2, 2, nope, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. There we go. So now we have 6 sticky pistons facing inwards towards our 6 regular pistons. Then we're going to take out our regular pistons once again and come up 5 rows of regular pistons above these sticky pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. So you should have 6 rows of pistons going up. Next, put a row of blocks right next to these pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to swing back over here. I'm just going to change out these blocks real quick because this is our orange circuit. So going into all of these repeaters right here, we're going to go ahead and place in redstone dust behind every one of these repeaters. And then come out 1 more block to the right here with another piece of redstone dust. Then what I want you to do is dig down 1 block right here and put a piston facing upwards with a sand block on top of it. This is going to be our monostable circuit, which will make our thing keep activating and close our door. Then we're going to come all the way back over here to this piece of redstone dust, and we're going to face a repeater out of it on 3 ticks delay. Put a block in front of it with redstone dust on top of it. Next, put a block on top of your repeater with redstone dust on top of that. And then put 6 blocks going into the back of these sticky pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and place redstone dust along every single one. Make sure that repeater's on 3 ticks. If any repeater in this thing is off by 1 tick, this door will not work. Then we're going to come out 1 more block on this side with redstone dust. Then we're going to come down 2 blocks, 1, 2, and put 2 repeaters going this way, both set to 4 ticks delay. Then put 2 blocks in front of them, 1, 2. Put some redstone dust right here, and then we're going to put another 2 repeaters right here, so 1, 2, and set this one right here to 4 ticks delay. Make sure these 3 are on 4 ticks, and this one is on 1 tick. Next, what I want you to do is put another repeater going into the sand block this way on 1 tick delay, put a block behind it and a button on the block. So you have just finished the entire closing sequence. So what I want you to do is take out your sand blocks, and we're going to place all our sand blocks in front of our pistons. So place in your sand blocks all the way above until you reach the top of your pistons. So just keep going all the way to the top. right here, and then we're going to come up one more piece of sand block. So come up one more layer of your sand blocks. Then we're going to come right over here on top of these blocks, and we're going to come up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now go ahead and fill in this whole area with 6 blocks. So this should be our entire closing sequence. So if I click this button right here, our sand should go all the way to the top, and this sticky piston should keep extending and retracting, because we have not reached the part yet, which will shut that off. So click the button, and now all of our sand blocks should get extended up, thus closing our door. And there we have it. Our entire door is completely closed, and this will not turn off. It's supposed to be doing that. So once you know your whole entire thing is working, come right down here and just delete this sand block so we can turn this thing off. And then what I want you to do is just place your sand block in. So now that we know our door can close, come back up here, and then one layer above your pistons, place in a repeater right here. So delete this block and place in a repeater just to delete the sand, because we do not need it to be closed right now. So go ahead and delete all of this sand out. Perfect. And then just pick up your repeaters once you have deleted the sand, and then just place your sand right back in where it used to be. Once you have gotten your sand back to its original position, come right over here to this corner, and we're going to count up 2 blocks. 1, 2, and place a block right here with a repeater going into this sand block. Put a block right behind the repeater, and then put a redstone torch right off the end of this block. This repeater needs to be on forever. Then we're going to come out 2 blocks this way. 1, 2. Put a piece of redstone dust here. It should turn on due to this repeater. Put a repeater coming out of your redstone dust on 4 ticks delay. Make sure this one's on 4 ticks delay, or a lot of things are going to get broken. Then we're going to come out 2 blocks over here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then put a repeater coming out of this redstone dust going this way on 4 ticks delay. Put a block in front of your 4 tick delay repeater. Put a piece of redstone dust here, and then put another repeater on 4 ticks delay going into that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should lock this repeater. Now what this is going to do is once all our sand is down, it's going to turn off the door. So next what I want you to do is put a block in front of this repeater, put a piece of redstone dust on top of it, put a torch going to the side of the block, then right underneath this torch, put a block right here with some redstone dust on top of it. Then we're going to go right over here and wrap blocks going around all of this redstone dust right down here, and then put a block up next to that back corner one right there with a repeater going into it on 2 ticks delay. Make sure it's on 2 ticks. Then put a block behind the 2 tick delay repeater, and then coming out of this redstone dust, put another repeater going into this block on 4 ticks delay. Now that we've gotten this circuit in, our door should turn off now. So if I click this button right here, we're going to test it out again. We have to make sure everything's working fine, guys. So test it out again. We're going to click this button, and our door should start going up. So there we go. And then once it passes this part, it will turn off the door. So it goes up, up, and up. There we go. And now the door is completely turned off because this torch will turn on because this repeater is no longer locked. Now, just a heads up to my PC players before we move on past this part, if you would like your door to move much faster, which I'm sure many of you do, change this 4 tick delay repeater right here to 1 tick, and change this 4 tick delay repeater right here to 1 tick as well. Console players, you cannot do this, or else the sand will break. However, on the PC, you are able to do that, and it'll make the door move much faster. So just change these 2 to 1 tick delay. Next, we will be working on the opening sequence of our door. So before we move on to that part, come right over here to this line of redstone dust, put a block right next to it with a torch on it. We want this bottom row to be extended out right now because our sand door will get ruined if we don't. So once you know that is extended out, we're going to come all the way here to the top pistons and place in a line of blocks like this. Then we're going to come out one and then down one and place in another line of blocks. Then we're going to come out one and down one like that once again and place in another row of blocks and come out one more right here. So it should look something like this. Off the top piston, we're going to come down 2 rows and then 2 in just like that. Next, come right down here and place in a line of blocks right above this redstone dust. So place in a line of blocks right above the redstone dust next to these pistons right here. Then on top of this row, we're going to take out our redstone dust once again and place redstone dust going along all of these blocks. And then right off of this line, we're going to go ahead and take out our redstone torches and place redstone torches on the inside of every single one of these blocks. So go ahead and get in here and then just put redstone torches along the whole inside of these blocks, which should push our whole entire door to the side now. Next, going into all of these torches, we're going to take out repeaters and place repeaters going this way into the blocks that have the torches on the opposite ends. Next, take out some redstone dust and place in 6 lines of redstone dust right behind every single one of those repeaters. Next, come right underneath this block that has our redstone dust, come down 2 blocks underneath it, so 1, 2, delete this block and place in a redstone torch right here. This will make all of our blocks retract back in except for the sticky piston. Now we're going to delete this torch right here. It will retract it back in, and what you're going to have to do is delete this line of sand and then place in your line of sand back right here. That's so we didn't have to delete the whole entire door again. All we had to do was just delete one line. Then come back over here to where this redstone torch is. I'm going to come one block over from it with redstone dust on top of it, and then we're going to come up a block and put redstone dust on top of it right here. Next, swing to the other side of the torch, come out one block from it and put a repeater coming out of that block on 1 tick delay. Next, put a piston facing upwards from it with a sand block on top of it. This will create another monostable circuit. Come back over here, put a block coming out from the sand block and put a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay. Make sure it's on 1 tick delay, and then put a block in front of your 1 tick delay repeater. So what that's going to do is when this activates, these sticky pistons down here will push the sand blocks to the side without retracting them back in, because we'll have a half tick pulse to push them out. And that will be our entire opening circuit. So if we click this button right here to test our door out once again, so click your button and your whole entire door should close up and then turn off. So the door is going up just a little bit more. I know it's going to take a little while. It moves a lot faster on the PC. So there we have it. The whole entire door closed. And now if I put a button right here off of this block, the entire door will open up. So boop, and the entire door opens up. So now that we have both our opening and closing circuits done, all we have to do is hook them together. So come down here and we can go ahead and delete this button and this button. Then right here in the corner, we're going to place a piston facing upwards with 2 pieces of sand on top of it. 1, 2. Then we're going to swing back over here to our circuit that locks our door, and we're going to put a block right over here with redstone dust on top of it. Then we're going to come down with a repeater going towards that piston on 1 tick delay. Put a piece of redstone dust in front of it, and then a block in front of that. Next, put 2 blocks coming out the top of this sand block. 1, 2. Put a repeater going into it on 1 tick delay, and put a piece of redstone dust behind it. Next, swing back over here, and where we have this 1 tick delay repeater right down here where we've been testing the door the entire time, we're now going to go ahead and put in our input. So put a block up right here, a block up right above the 1 tick delay repeater, and put 2 pieces of redstone dust like that. These 2 should hook together, and then we're going to bring it up another block. Make sure you delete this block right here, and then put another piece of redstone dust. These 2 are going to connect. We do not want this to happen, so put a block right here to disconnect those 2. Then we're going to come up another block, come up another block, and then put redstone dust along these 2 blocks. Now right over here, next to the sand right here, we're going to go ahead and put a piston facing downwards with a redstone block in front of it. Next, take out a block of choice. I'm going to be using a quartz block, and we're going to go ahead and put a block right above it and put our button here and put our button here, and that's going to be our input. And that is it, guys. You are completely done. If we click this button right here, this piston will push down the redstone block, turning on our input, thus closing our door. So we click the button, and now our door should close up. It's going to take a little while. If you're on the PC, this thing is rocket fast, and it should be already done. So just a few more blocks. I think we have 2 more rows to go. 1 and 2. There we go. Our entire door is closed. And now that our door is closed, this is activated. So this piston pops up the sand block, letting us open up the door now. So if we click the button once again, the door will open up. So there you guys have it. That is the whole entire door completely done. So now all you have to do is clean it up. So I'm going to go ahead and take out some smooth sandstone and wrap it around my door. And then I'm going to also give it a nice little frame. So let's go ahead and close the door once again to give it a nice little frame. Let's build up this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and do it on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll place a few more blocks right above our sand door. And there it is, guys, our entire 6x6 sand door. Now, like I said, PC players, if you wanted to move much faster, just change these 2 repeaters right down here to 1 tick delay, and it will go much faster. So let's go ahead and open it up one more time, and we'll end off the video. So there's our sand door opening up. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys, peace.